Okay, good morning class. Welcome back to GMF, Math 10. Today we're just going to do a review of unit pricing and the markup lessons we did last week. And there will be a short quiz today, about 5 questions on unit pricing and markup. So let's see what we remember. Here we have a table of items. The first one is light bulbs. They come in a package of 4. And the price for the package is $1.99, so they want to know the unit price. In all cases, when you're doing unit pricing, you always put the dollar amount at the top by the number of items at the bottom. So here we have $1.99 divided by 4. 6, 7, and a bunch of numbers. So I'm going to put in 0.497. I'm just going to keep that third digit because I don't know if something's going to be higher or lower than that. These next package of light bulbs, we get a package of 20, and the cost is $9.50. So, to find the unit price, we take our $9.50 for the package and divide it by the number of units in it, 20, and that would be 0.4 150 7, and I'm going to use the calculator just to make calculations. So we have 950 divided by 20, 475. So those ones are a bit cheaper, and that's expected because usually when you buy things higher quantity, the unit price is cheaper. And finally, we have a package of 25 that costs $10.75. So price on the top divided by the number 25. Oh, so clear. 10.75 divided by 25, and then we get an exact 43 cents. So again, the higher the number of units, the cheaper the unit price. Okay. Here, when we want to look at markup, generally it's giving as a percent. So we have Jessie, she's at a restaurant and she wants to leave a 20% tip on her meal. Her meal costs $36. How much should she leave? Well, the first thing we need to do is change the percent to a decimal. So remember, everything at a percent is over 100. So that becomes 0.20. That's our decimal. How much would she leave? Well, if her meal costs $36, we multiply by that decimal, the percent. So she would leave a tip of $7.20. So is that a lot or is that a little? It's quite a bit. Actually, the tips in Canada you'd vary from giving 10% up to about 20. So if you have really good service, you probably leave 20. An average is 15. If the waitress is slow and she's not being polite, you don't have to leave her a tip. But if you want to leave a small tip, then 10% is good. Okay. Now remember, the food, if the food tastes bad, it's not her fault. It's the cook's fault. But if she's being rude and she's ignoring you and she's not bringing you water, or she's doesn't want to offer some suggestions, things like that, well, that's her job, and she wants to try and be helpful. And if she's really good, the 20% is a really good tip. So let's look at a markup. We have something that has to be risen by 25%. So we have to take 25% and change it to a decimal. That's 25 over 100, and it changes it to 0.25. The word of means you're going to multiply. So I'm going to take 2.25, multiply it by 300. That's 1/4 of that. So what's that going to be? I can't even think today. It's too early in the morning. I'll have to multiply. That's what I thought. 75? So 25% of 300 is $75. Now, finally, we have a situation where we want to buy a LED television, 40-inch, and it costs $799. By the way, where do they measure the 40-inch when you buy a TV? Is it 40-inch long, 40-inch wide? It is exactly how you drew it. It's diagonal from corner to corner. That means that's how long. It's 40 inches across here. So, what will it cost, including New Brunswick tax? So what we want to do is just add the tax to that. In New Brunswick, our HST is 15%. So we take our 15% and we change it to a decimal. That's 15 divided by 100, 0.15. Remember, when you're doing the decimal, a number, you just have to move it twice when you divide by 100. If I had a number like 25, there's my decimal at the end. I go 1, 2, it'd be 0.25. So now we take 0.15 times $799. You have to figure out the cost first, and the taxes first. Let's clear this. 0.15 times $799 and $119.85. That's going to be our taxes. They're asking us for the total cost. So that means we have to add it to our $799. That's our taxes. So the total cost will equal $918.85. Okay? So that's it for a review. I'll hand out to the class here the quiz, 5 questions, and for people at home, I'll send it as a PDF. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll start with sales and discounts. Thank you.